Okay. Hello, everybody. What are the chances of us getting another rant tonight? That entirely depends on whether or not there's any front wheel drive stands in the chat tonight. Is the word swap gonna be the next ban? I don't have a problem with the word swap, because when people try to like talk about LS swapping Doritos and rotaries, I get mad. But it's like the lowest hanging fruit, chat. Like, how am I supposed to get like mad when it's just like it's so clearly rage bait? It's like it just doesn't, when it's like the rage baitiest of rage baits, it just doesn't work as well, chat. It tends not to. It tends not to work as well, chat. Hello, Mookie. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My co-star is here today. Hello, Moogie. Like my Astra stirred, not shaken. Hello, everybody. Chat, I've been like thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking yet, but I've been thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking about, but I've been thinking. Fit check? Okay. I like this outfit, chat. This has got to be one of my favorites, I think. Deep thunks, that's why she's so tired. That's something. It's something, chat. Damn, it's hot. It's hot in here, man. Not a real thought in that head. Well, chat. So I'm struggling here, chat. I don't know what to do. I feel like I know what I want to do, and I know what I'm probably gonna do, and I heel boots with that outfit would go hard. Oh, I have the actually wait, chat. Hold on 1 second. Wait, once read this. Hold on. Chat, I got the boots. I got the boots. Look, I got them stompers, chat. Look at these stompers. What do you think of this? Did that not match? That is great. I'm on the edge of my seat. You can slay so hard in that for us. No freaking lies. I had the boots for this very moment. Anyway, chat. So yesterday I went and drove my motorcycle again, right? I took the Prince bike on its second test drive, and it was interesting, chat. I don't know, because like on one hand, the first test drive was okay, right? But it was like it was clearly not tuned correctly. So there was a whole bunch of like it was popping really bad. It didn't have full, like, you couldn't go full throttle. You still can't, but like it was just running really bad. I think it was running lean. And so I adjusted the fuel screws, they were 2 turns out, and I turned them to 2.5 turns out, and it seemed to help a lot with that. Maybe I'll turn it out again to give it more fuel, but it seemed like it was like running a lot better, but still not perfect. Like, it still seems like it's still popping, and it's still not giving me like all of the throttle. So I don't know. There's still something wrong with it, but like I might just need more fuel. But the problem is, chat, I was driving and I was like going on this little loop around my little, like it is like a couple mile loop around my house that I like to make when I go on like a test drive. And I'm driving, and then I'm coming up to this intersection, and then my bike just stops. Like it just dies, like in just nothing. Like it just, like it's puts it along, and then just immediate, not even like stuttering, nothing like that. It's just going, and it's turned off. Like I turned off the key. It was like, oh fuck. And so now I'm on a turn lane in an intersection, and I'm like pulled off to the side to try to like push my bike back. I'm trying to like push the bike backwards so I can go like push it into like a parking lot. And then I fucking like dropped the bike. Luckily the engine guard was there, so it was totally fine. And I got it back up. But that was embarrassing. And some guy had to get out and like help me push it. And it was like, fuck, dude. Fuck. And it was like, I think I know what it was. Like, cause the coil, I'm pretty sure it was just the coil that like packs that came on loose. Or, cause like it wasn't a fuel issue. It wasn't like a compression issue. Cause it didn't like sputter out. It just died. So it was like 90% sure it's an electrical problem. But it was, I'm pretty sure it was just the coil, because I was able to fiddle with it in the parking lot, and I got it running again and drove it home. So it got me home, chat. It got me home. But I'm just thinking like, my God, can I not just have like a normal vehicle that I could just rely on to get me to where I want to go? Please, God, can I just have one thing that I'm not just like, I just want to drive a vehicle without the constant paranoia that it's just gonna die on me. Because the last, like, 3 vehicles I've owned, chat, have all just fucking, like, randomly just like, oh, what, you're driving? Fuck you. Fuck you. The Rebel does it. The CF400 did it. The fucking BMW did it to me, like, 10 times, chat. I'm, like, I'm traumatized by this. So it's just making it very tempting, chat. It's making this right here very tempting. And it's just, I just think to myself, man, if I just had this in my driveway and I could just get out and just drive it and not have to worry about it just randomly dying just every once in a while, just in the middle of an intersection, in the middle of traffic, just like dying. This would just be so nice to just have, you know, chat. It's like a good, like a decent like car that I'm not scared. Dude, this car is so nice. I want this thing so badly. It's a beautiful SN95. It is a beautiful car. It is so nice, and I want it so bad. Honestly, that isn't a terrible deal for that Mustang, and I hate Mustangs. This is specifically, this is the specific car. I do not regret getting rid of the Lexus, but this is like the specific, this is like the best car I could possibly ask for, chat. Like this checks all the boxes. It's got rear-wheel drive, it's a manual transmission, it's got a V6, it's only got 116,000 miles on it, chat. It's really nice. It's fucking, oh, it's just so nice. And it's basically $3,300, chat. It's basically $3,500 for this car, because there's dock fee, I guess. And they, you know, it seems like it's on a like a dealer, so it's obviously you're gonna probably end up paying more like $4,000 for this at the end of the day. But still, like, that's not a bad price for the for this car. I think it's a really nice car. Like, I really want this. But then I think, is it worth, chat? Is it worth getting rid of my RX-7 for this? Is it worth, like, trading my RX-7 for, what is it, 2004 Mustang? 2000 Mustang, not even a 2004. It's a 2000 Mustang. Is it worth trading my, like, vintage 1983 Mazda RX-7 FB GSL with a 13B swap for a 2000 Mustang with 116,000 miles? I feel like it's not a V8 though. Well, I'd rather actually have the V6 than the V8, because fuel economy, and it's slightly more reliable than the V8. I don't care about, I'm not buying this car because I want a sports car that's fast. I'm buying this car, I'm not buying this car, but I would buy this car because it's like got cheap parts, it's easy to work on, it's reliable, it's like it's a good car. That's why I want it, not because it's a Mustang or because it's fast, because it's probably not that fast. But like I'm just thinking, like, is it worth trading? Chat, this is my first car, my RX-7. It was my first car. I love my RX-7. I don't want to get rid of my RX-7. I don't want to trade my RX-7. But I can't daily drive the RX-7. I can't do it. I feel like if you're talking about this from like a financial perspective, chat, like if I'm putting myself, if I'm like Caleb Hammer, Dave Ramsey, what is the most financially smart thing to do right now? And it is absolutely sell the Mustang to buy or sell the RX-7 to buy this Mustang. And I think that would just be so convenient to just have a car. Because, chat, I can't complain about not having a car. I can't. Right? Like, I like to complain about not having a car right now, chat, but I can't because it's my fault. It's no one else's fault that I don't have a car right now, chat. It's my fault. It's my fault. That I could have had a car had I made different decisions. But I made decisions that put me into where I'm at. So I don't have a car, but that's because of my fault. So I can't like, and if I don't like, I have the opportunity to get a car if I just sacrifice my RX-7. And that would be it. So now I really can't complain about not having a car because it really is just, I really made that bet and now I'm gonna lay on it. But I can't get rid of the RX-7, man. I can't get rid of the RX-7. It's so special. I mean, like, in 50 years when I'm a boomer, chat, and I'm, like, old and decrepit, and I have, you know, and I've got my few belongings, the RX-7 is gonna be cool to have, dude. Is it an RX-6 or an RX-7? It's an RX-7. The almighty Oblivious loves chili with being... Your vehicles have been cursed. You should reflect on their wrongdoing and repent. Sell your soul, baby. Go get the RX-7. That's what I want to do. But, like, the problem with going to get the RX... And this is what I'm planning. Like, for full stop, I am not actively planning on selling the RX-7 to do this. It's just tempting, alright? It's just tempting. I'm just tempted by it, chat. Because I just want a fucking reliable car that I can not have to worry about and not have to fight when I drive it. I don't want to have to fight my vehicle when I go and drive to wherever the fuck. But the RX-7, the problem, my biggest issue with the RX-7 is just having the money to keep it running nice. Like, if I spend like $2,000, if I sell my toolbox and potentially the Rebel to get my fucking RX-7 down here, and then the engine blows up, I'm so screwed. I'm so fucked if the engine blows up. I'm sure it's a good clip, Razor. I'm sure it's good. I don't need to approve or disapprove the clips. You want me to put up a poll? I don't know how to put up a poll because I'm not actively debating it, chat. I'm not right now, as of right now, I'm not actively considering selling the RX-7 because the RX-7 is my baby. It's my baby, chat, and I love that car. And I feel like content-wise, emotionally, if I could end up in a scenario where I have... If I could end up in a scenario where the Prince bike doesn't... that I'm not worried the Prince bike is gonna leave me stranded, and I can get the RX-7 down here running good enough, then I'd be pretty happy with that. Like, I feel like I'd be pretty happy with that. But you gotta get... There's, like, the thing about the RX-7, it doesn't have AC. It has no AC. It's got a way too big of a carburetor on it. It's not tuned correctly at all. It's a fucking... Chat... This is how janky the RX-7 is. It has a manual fan switch for the radiator. Like, I have, like, on the RX-7, there are, like, 5 gauges in the dash that are, like, I have my, like, oil temperature, I have my oil pressure, I have my coolant temperature, and all this other bullshit on my dash, so I can constantly look down and see what my oil pressure is. Oil pressure gauges are underrated as fuck, by the way, but... It's like, I literally have to watch my coolant temps and my oil temps and be like, what is my actual engine doing right now? Oh, we're getting about 180, 190 degrees on the engine side. Time to flip on the switch to turn on the coolant fan, because that's something that I don't have automated. I have to do that manually. The carburetor is so poorly set up on that car, chat, that the idle is, like, weird, because the way the pedal sits, it idles high at, like, 1500 RPM, and so when you get to a stoplight, you have to take your foot, put it underneath the throttle, and pull back, like it's a retarder, lever. I'm using that in the correct sense of the word, by the way. It, like, legit, you have to, like, retard the throttle back so that it fucking lowers the engine RPM so you can idle properly. That car is so fucking like, it has no power brakes. It has shitty power windows that barely work. It has no AC. It has no power steering. That fucking thing. My mom, every time my mom talks about that car, she is like, she talks about it like she was traumatized when we bought that car for the first time. When we went to buy that car for the first time, we test drove it, and my mom was terrified because she like couldn't stop it. She couldn't turn it. She was terrified. And then I got in it and I was like, this is it. We're getting this one. This is my car. See, chat, how am I supposed to get rid of this thing? This thing is so special to me. I can't get rid of this fucking car. To get a junkyard NLS and throw it in an NA Miata? Why would I do that? That's a horrible idea. Why would I ever get a junkyard LS and throw it in a Miata? If I'm getting a Miata, I might as well just run the fucking inline 4. LS swapping a Miata is stupid for the same reason it's stupid to LS swap an RX-7. It's the same rant from yesterday, chat. Weight balance. You take a fucking Miata that's balanced to 50-50 weight distribution with an inline 4 in front, and you stick a V8 up there, you're gonna understeer like a bitch. But I don't know, chat. I don't know. It's tempting. That's all I'm saying. Is that Mustang right now? It's looking at me and it's saying, "You could have this. You could have this decent car with air conditioning that you can repair and maintain." Fit check? I did a fit check not too long ago. I'll do a fit check in a second. I feel less obligated to immediately do fit checks when they're not redeemed. Junkyard swap is dumb if it's an LS or not, to be fair. This is true, yeah. I mean, if I had a Miata, I would just keep the Miata engine in it. I don't want a car. I don't need a car that's fast. I don't need a car that's loud. I don't need a car that's any of those things. I just need a car that I don't hate and that it has AC and I can just drive it to the P.O. box. Because as of right now, I have no way of getting to the P.O. box. People keep sending shit to the P.O. box, and I'm appreciative of that. I have no idea how I'm gonna get any of it. Because it takes me 2 hours to go to the P.O. box and back if I take my mom's car. That's just not. And then I have to wake up like 2 hours, and they close at like 3. So I have to like wake up at like noon to do like 2 hours worth of driving. Ah, dude, it's terrible. Yeah, the unreliable car you love versus the dependable car you'll settle for. It's kind of the question, chat. I feel like if I was smart, chat, I feel like I would just sell the RX-7 and just get it over with. Sell the RX-7, buy this fucking Mustang, and just get it and just not worry about it, you know, and just have a normal car. But chat, I think I'm too scuffed for that. I think I'm too financially irresponsible to make a good financial decision. I think I'm too financially irresponsible for this, chat. Also, I feel like there's several people in chat who would be very upset at me if I sold the RX-7. But I don't know. Ask Rock? AI is so not that good. Oh, and that's the other thing. I was driving my motorcycle, right? And it fucking died on me. But it was also pissing fuel out of the carburetor. So that's another problem I have to figure out with the fucking Prince bike, dude. I said my piece in chat. What did you say? Hold on. Fuck, Paul, you sell that fucking Dorito, I'm leaving. I'm not selling the Dorito, alright? I'm not selling the Dorito. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Fuck them if they're upset. No one would be more mad at me than me. If I sold that RX-7, no one in chat would be more upset with my actions than I would be, right? I'm not considering it right now because I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can emotionally get myself to sell that RX-7. I don't think I can do it. The Mustang is nice, but if you stick an RX-7 FB in front of me and a Ford Mustang from the 2000s in front of me, I'm gonna get in the RX-7 FB every single time. The RX-7 FB is an objectively cooler car. It's objectively slower, less reliable, less fucking, like, easy to repair, like, more expensive to repair, and gets, like, half the fuel economy. but it is way cooler than the Mustang. I mean, it is, like, worse in, like, every measurable, like, it's, like, objectively worse in, like, every measurable category, except for cool. It's way cooler. Also, it potentially is better at racing if you had the right amount of money to put into it, and if you wanted, like, if you just wanted the car as a base to go racing with, the RX-7 would 100% be better, but that's not the point, chat. It's not the point. I hear no pros. It's all cons. The only con, chat, is that car means so much to me, and it means that car is my first car. I love that car, and I don't want to sell it. Chat, it means so much to me. You don't know, you don't understand, chat, how much that car means to me. You know when everybody is like making fun of me because you guys are like, you left that RX-7 in a field, it's rotting away right now. There is no RX-7 anymore, it's rotted away. It hurts my soul, chat. It hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. You would just be rehoming it? Yeah, but still. Besides, what would Keith Hart say? Keith Hart would have a conniption. Keith Hart would crash the fuck out. Some vehicles have too many memories to sell. I mean, it is that. I mean, part of the issue is that I feel like that car means so much to me, and I feel like if I keep it, it's only gonna go up in value. I mean, there is the aspect of the car is appreciated, right? Like, for context, chat, I could sell that car for, like, probably twice what I paid for it right now. In 2026, which has been about, I bought that car probably a decade ago for 2,500 bucks. It's not rusted. I need to get my mom to send me the pictures of it. But here, I have some pictures of it. Let me go to my chat with Taco. I know I have some pictures of it with Taco. Hold on. Where is Taco? There he is. Let me find these pictures. Actually, Taco, can you just pin it in the chat so I can get it? Can you find it? Oh, you already did. Okay, thank you. You're like a million steps ahead of me, Taco. Cat is knocked out. She is. She's a bit EP. So, chat, I want you guys' opinion. Does this look like it's not a salvageable car? Does this thing not look like it's salvageable? I think it looks good. And it also doesn't look very rusty. I feel like everybody assumes that it's been rusted to shit and back, but I don't think it's very rusty. The only, like, real point of rust that I know of is right here. And under the wheel wells, there is a little bit of surface rust last time I checked. So that might have gotten worse since then. So I have no idea. But it's not unrepairable. Like, this little bit of rust right here is totally repairable and totally fixable. And you can see there's not, like, the paint is fucked. But, like, and there's a little bit of rust right there. But that's it. There's not, like, a lot of rust on this car, chat. And I don't know if you can't really see the undercarriage, but the undercarriage really isn't rusty. It really isn't. The only problem is, and I'm trying to look at, I think maybe the tire separated from the bead here, and that could be really problematic for me to get this thing home. But I don't know, chat. What do you think? Does this look unsalvageable to you guys? Does this look like it's not worth it? Do you have any space? Do you have enough space for your vehicles right now? I mean, I have a driveway that's empty because I don't have a car. So if I had a car, I have a space for one car. I mean, actually, I have space for two cars because you can have two cars in your driveway here. So I could technically get both. If 10 Muses showed up from the blue and was just like donated $3,000 so I could just buy this fucking car, I could still get the RX-7 and the Mustang and have them in the same parking lot, and that'd be okay. So I have space for both of them, technically. 10 uses? Anyone? How many uses has it been sitting there? I think 3. It's a lot more fixable than the BMW was, to be fair, and it's actually drivable. All it needs is a new set of tires and a battery, and it's basically all it needs, technically, chat. In its current configuration, it drove to Florida and back. Well, it didn't drive back, but that wasn't its fault. That was my fault. Savvy, that's your cue to gift to the 3,000. Anybody? Any takers? Anybody? Yeah. So fucking. Is it? Anybody want to buy me a car, please? I'll do femboy. Hey, chat. I'll make you guys a deal right now. If somebody in chat does the Mustang, if somebody donates to that Mustang, I'll do girl year. I'll do a year of girl month, of 12 girl months in a row. Chat. It will be a whole year of girl month. For 3K, it's a deal right there. That's a steal. Probably, yeah. At least 5 or 6. I'll do 35 because of the dealership fees. But if I could do a year's, I would do a year's worth of girl voice for chat. If I did a year's worth of girl voice, like, what do you think my girl voice would sound like at the end of that? What do you think I would, like, sound like? Do you think I could ever go back? Do you think I would lose my boy voice if I had to do girl voice for an entire year? I'd rather see the RX-7 brought back to life. The RX-7, the problem with the RX-7 is it needs my plans for the RX-7, what I've always wanted to do with the RX-7, is I always wanted to take the RX-7 and like put a Turbo 2 engine in it. So I want to take the engine that's in it out, and I want to build from scratch a brand new Turbo 2 engine. And I mean like buying each part of the engine individually, like buying brand new center irons, brand new housings, brand new rotors, or at least used but basically brand new. I know that would cost about $10,000 to do it, if that. I mean, it would cost maybe even more. To build the engine that I want for that car, it would cost me probably about 10 grand. Which is not necessarily unreasonable if I'm trying to build it over the course of 10 years. You know, maybe if I slowly do it, I can do that a little bit easier. But to just get the RX-7, like, done is not going to be that. And plus, even if I did do that, the RX-7 still would not be a daily driver. It would not be a daily. The reason why I want the Mustang is because it could be a daily driver, chat. Rent a truck and flatbed and go get it. That would cost more than having it shipped to us. It's gonna cost $1,500 to have it shipped. Otherwise, moisture will evaporate from underneath and rust out the undercarriage. That is quite tempting. That's the goal. Well, this girl month is the goal. But it's more of a project. The Stang will give her a reliable car while she works on the rotary. Yeah, like, realistically, ideally, I'd have both of these cars. These motherfuckers are rare. Yeah, I'd build it. I wouldn't find one. Or I'd figure out something. Car left sitting for 3 years, suffers major damage to its battery, fuel system, and tires over time. The battery dies completely. Yeah. You're copying, pasting ChatGPT right now, Derek. Thank you, ChatGPT. Derek, you're over here writing novels. I know you just copied and pasted that from ChatGPT. I know you did. Have a shop do it? I would never have a shop work on my RX-7. I can build it myself. I don't have a problem building the engine, but it's more like I'd have to find the engine, and it's like, here, let me like go to eBay and I can show you guys what I'm talking about real quick. eBay. Call me Shakespeare. Can't one of your friends from DC school take a look at it? Well, Mike, like, it's not that anybody, people have taken a look at it. Like, I've had like my grandpa go over there and take pictures of it and take a look at it. They just never, I don't know why no one who goes there to look at it, even though I've said this multiple times, take pictures of the underside of the car. No one ever does. I'll tell people to go over there and take a look at it. No one looks under the car and shows me the undercarriage. It's very irritating. 13B center iron. This is not so bad. Oh, this is run assist. No, I don't want run assist. Turbo. I don't want a run assist. I don't want a non-turbo either. I mean, this is a whole ass engine for 4 grand. That's not too terrible. That's not too terrible. A whole ass engine, even if it is only 4 grand. That's not terrible. I'd rather have like, I want to find a turbo though, and usually it's like each. Yeah, that's not expensive. It's ported. And it's not. It's only they're only asking $225 or $300 for this, and it's ported. This is actually not bad. This is not bad. Assuming it's in good condition. It's kind of rusty. It's a little rusty, but this could be good. Theoretically, could be good. That's not a bad price for that. But typically, it's like every part of this is gonna cost like so much money. Actually, that's not that bad. $375 for that? I was expecting these things to be worth like thousands of dollars. I mean, this is a whole set of them for. This is a whole set for $1,800, and that's brand new. That's not bad, Joe. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Anyway. Is Moogie okay? What do you mean? She's fine. She's just eepy. This is how she... This is what she does. She sits right here all day and she sleeps. And alright, Moogie. She's dead. Found one? Everyone's a critic. But yeah, I don't know. Ooh, look at this. What the fuck? It's a 20B? What the fuck? This is actually quite neat. This is quite nice. Interesting how it's carbureted still though. I feel like it's weird that it's carbureted because I don't think these are supposed to be carbureted normally. But he carbureted it anyway, and so it's like in order to have this work, you need a carb hat. This would be pretty good though. This is 7,000. It's in Orlando. Chat, this is in Orlando. This is exactly the engine I need, chat. This right here is the exact engine I want to put in that car. It's $7,000. I could also get it with naked Marge from The Simpsons. I could get naked Marge. But yeah, no, this is right here. This is basically exactly what I need. Thank you, Taco, for finding this. I saw a red Vespa today and thought of you. A Vespa? Why did you see a Vespa and think of me? Anyway, chat. I don't know. It's just tempting. It's just tempting. It's because like I'm just like super afraid that I'm gonna get the RX-7 and it's gonna turn into the same situation with the BMW, where it just needs like minor repairs, but I just like can't afford to do it, and it just has to sit there, and I basically have to do nothing with it. Like chat. Imagine if I spend $2,000 or $1,500 getting the RX-7 down to Florida. Right? Imagine I spend that much money. And then I drive it for like a couple months and then the engine blows up. It's like, that would be devastating. I don't think I could recover from that. I would be fucked up, chat. Never paid $7K for an entire car, much less an engine. Well, that's the thing about rotaries, is that they are like a cult classic nowadays, and there is like a big community in like people who support rotaries in the year 2026. There's like a lot of shit you can get for rotaries nowadays, but it's all kind of expensive because it's all racing-ish shit. No one's buying these things because they just like them, or because they're like novelty cars. People buy them because they're rotaries and they're special, and so they're willing. You have to pay like anything that has to do with the engine. You're gonna have to pay a lot of money for parts. Clap me, mommy. There you go. Oh, I'm sorry, Moogie. Hello, Jim the Dragonator. I don't know, chat. If I could just have both, that would be ideal. That's what we should do, chat. We should just get both. We should just get both. Someone needs to donate $3,000 right now, so that I can go and buy this Mustang, and then I'll sell the toolbox, and then I'll get the RX-7 done with that money, and then we'll be golden, chat. We'll be totally golden. We'll be all. Someone just needs to buy me that car right now. We'll do a year girl voice. We'll do a year girl month after that, and then it'll be great. 3,000 US dollars. I feel like girl month would have to be 3,500 though, because of the dealership fees. I mean, $3,500 for a year's worth of girl voice, or a girl month. That's pretty good. That's a good deal, chat. That's what we in the business like to call a steal of a deal. That's what we in the business like to say, a fucking good ass deal, chat. I don't know. I don't know. I don't need a car, chat. I do have to remind myself that I don't actively need a car. It is a want. It is like something I don't need. And I can't complain about not having a car because I could have gotten a car at this point. So it's like, it is a little bit like I've made my bed, now I gotta lay on it kind of situation. It just sucks because I wish that I had a vehicle that I wasn't afraid that it was just going to break down on me in the middle of the road. Because that's not fun, chat. It sucks. You sleep on your back, front, left, or right side? I kind of go in between all of them. Sometimes I sleep on my back, sometimes I sleep on my side, sometimes I sleep on my stomach. I think I sleep on my stomach the least, but I still do it sometimes. It just depends. I mean, a lot of numbers for the next draw would please me. Follow me. I have to play the lottery to win the lottery. That's the only thing. I don't actually play it. I've been watching videos about gambling recently. There's this like one guy that like, I watched this video and he like, he like took laxatives every time he didn't win at the casino. And it was just like, I'm just, casinos and gambling, I've got to be just one of the most, like, crazy things. I don't even understand how us as a society have let this happen. And the fact that so many old people are just, like, so hardcore addicted to gambling, it's unbelievable. You see someone in Florida won 800 mil? I did not see that. He took what? He took lax. It's great content because he took laxatives, and so every time he didn't win, like he'll go to a slot machine and he'll be like, "All right, boys, I gotta turn $800 into $1,600, and if I don't, I will take another thing of laxatives." So he had to take one like at the beginning just to get it started, and so he's just like at the slot machines and just like, "Oh, my stomach is fucking cramping, ah." Gambling is so crazy, chat. I watched another video about like a gambling Discord, which if I gotta say, if you're gonna get into gambling, doing it on a Discord server has gotta be like the worst idea of all time. Because 100% of gambling Discords are scams, like 100%. There's no way that they're not scams, right? But people are going on these fucking gambling Discords and they're fucking, like, literal, like, children are going on these gambling Discords and just, like, begging for cents so that they can gamble. Because every time they get money, they immediately, like, coin flip it to gamble and they lose everything. And then they'll, like, at people in the Discord, "Please, can I have 1 cent? Can I have 1/2 a cent? Please, please! I just need to gamble." Remember the CSGO shit? Dude, I'm pretty sure the CSGO shit is still a thing. I remember, dude, my CSGO inventory is worth like $400, chat. Let me see. I know the market crashed, but I bought like a skin for like $20 on CSGO like years ago, and I think it's worth over $200 right now. But like, CSGO is, I mean, when I used to be into CSGO, chat, I used to be into CSGO. I used to play it a fuck ton, and I had so many friends who played CSGO who just, like, were complete gambling addicts. Like, one day you'd see them and they'd show up with this crazy cool skin, and it's, like, really expensive, like a $700 skin, you're like, whoa, and then the next time you see him, it's like, he doesn't have it. He's like, "Oh yeah, I lost it." Like, what do you do? Why? How do you lose that much? I don't understand the people who like will win at gambling and then immediately go and gamble that win and just lose everything. It's so crazy to me. Well, let's see how much this skin costs right now, chat. Oh my god. Chat. This skin costs $298. Oh my god, my fucking op costs $114. My other one costs $31. Chat, I have like $500 of this shit on Cisco. I don't even play this game anymore. I should probably sell this shit. I should probably sell everything here. I have at least like $600 worth of bullshit on my account. I should probably just sell all this shit. I don't know why. I don't even play this game anymore. It's just, I have a sentimental attachment. That's the problem, chat. I'm too sentimental. I have a sentimental attachment to these virtual items, and I don't want to sell them because of it. Even though it's literally, I bought this fucking skin for $30, and it's worth 100 times what I paid for it. My god. Bit check? Alright, I'll do that in a second. That's why I'm not social libertarian. Everyone else has a dream with the wrecked lives of people with addiction. I remember a long ass time ago, I was in the call with my best friend at the time, and she was open cases and spent all of her money, and I gave her enough for 5 more keys, and the 3 keys she fucking popped a $600 knife. Damn, dude, you enabled her. That's the problem, is that you didn't do her a favor. Now she's just gonna gamble that $600 and lose everything again. Yeah, that's the problem with gambling, and like the issue with gambling is that every single person who is like a consistent gambler has spent. I mean, if you look at people like what is his name, Boss Man Jack, or like habitual gamblers, it's like they have spent so much money like gambling. Like they have paid so much money to be a gambler. Like they might have a really big win, like, oh my god, I just got this huge $3,200 win. Compare that to your lifetime earnings on gambling and your lifetime spending. Like, no one makes a profit from gambling unless they're like a poker player or like count cards. Otherwise, you're not making you are losing money exclusively. People who are like addicted to gambling, they can't win, because even if you win, they just gamble. They can't help themselves but gamble until it's fucking gone. It's crazy, dude. I know people like that. It's sad. It's very sad. It's very sad, chat. If you have a gambling problem, there's a number that you can call. I don't know what it is, but listen, man. Gambling is fucked. You should spend money on femboys and not on the slot machines, chat. See, you can spend money on this and not on a slot machine, chat. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, is that you could spend money on femboys and not, and it would at least go to something cool. You could spend $3,000 at the casino, chat, and then make triple that money, or you could lose everything and you could win everything and then lose all of that, and so you get to lose like $50,000, chat. You could lose $50,000 by gambling $3,000, chat. You absolutely could. But if you buy a femboy $3,000, then you always win. If you buy a femboy a 2000 Mustang with 116,000 miles on it, that is always a win. Online gambling and prediction markets are mainstream now. CNN pins Kalshi. Kalshi is so crazy, dude. It's actually so crazy. Kalshi and the prediction market shit, it's crazy. I think he's up to 600 mil tonight. Should we buy a scratcher? Should we buy a ticket, chat? Should we start the gambling addiction? I have a 6'2" goth baddie in the other room. Damn. Fuck. Save up for that kick. Save that for kick. If you buy a scratch, you wouldn't win the 600 mil. But I might win 3,000 though. I could win $3,000, chat. If I bought a scratcher, I could win $3,000 right now, chat. If I just spent $20 at the gas station, I could potentially win $3,000 and buy my car. I don't know, gambling is just one of those things. I can't get into it. I just can't do it, man. I can't do it. It's fun to like pretend gamble, but Gambling with real money, I always feel like the moment you gamble with real money, you're losing. And it doesn't matter if you like win or lose, you've already lost. $2 for a Powerball ticket that could win you 700 million? That's $2, man. Good. Good. That is just, it is equivalent to just throwing money away, though. I could also literally take $2 and throw it in the trash, and I would basically probably be at the same position if I bought a Powerball ticket. I could. I mean, that is essentially like the equivalent there, right? They'd be doing too much. It's wild to me the things people get away with on Kick. I know, right? After tax and shit, 600 mil would be more like 2.75 million. Oh no! What am I ever gonna do with 275 million? How? What? 275 million is still more money than I would know what to do with. That's that's the thing about the Powerball, is I feel like how many people win the Powerball and have their lives not ruined by it? Like, legitimately. Because if you win the Powerball, you know everybody in your family is gonna be asking for a handout. And it's like, that's gotta ruin families, right? Like, it's gotta be... How do you take a normal person who's been, like, working their whole life, give them an insurmountable amount of money, and then just say, go have fun, or whatever? Like, that shit's not gonna work, bro. Like, you're gonna fucking go crazy. Dude, if I got $275 fucking million, I would take $274 million and put it in the stock market. That it would be easy for me to know what to do with 270, because I would invest 90% of it, just so I never have to work again. I mean, fuck, if you have $275 million, you wouldn't have to work again even if you didn't invest. So I guess I don't know. I don't know what I would do with it. My entire family knows I give no fucks. If they ever found out I won big tickets, they better ask me. They know better to ask me. I know an old lady who won millions of dollars 10 years ago. Her kids took all of her money and she's working again at the age of 70. Fuck, really? You have to work again? Oh my god, dude. Your kids took all of her money? That's so fucking crazy, bro. You would be better off finding a good bank with high APR than leaving it in there. Probably. I don't know. I think, like, at that point, you have to, like... I think if you're going to invest, like, $270 million, the best answer right there is to not just put it in the S&P. Is probably... Your best bet is probably to just put it in an investment firm. Like, an actual company that does that and makes you money with your own money. And knows how to, like, manage your portfolio, like, correctly. Like, I'm a schmuck and I have no idea about the economy and stocks and shit. And just give it to a fucking investment portfolio, you know. Roth IRA would do wonders with 20% of a 250 mil for you. Yeah, dude, honestly, I'd probably take 50 mil. I'd probably take the 50 mil, leave that. I'd leave that for myself. I'd take the 50 mil and then invest the 200 mil. Problem is, like, if you invest $250 million, chat, you will never use that much money. Like, what? I don't think I could spend $250 million. I mean, how isn't there that one movie that's based off of that, chat? Remember that one movie that was, like, I don't remember who it was, but it was, like, the thing was he had to spend, like, so much money within a certain period of time. Like, and there were certain rules, like, he couldn't spend it on, like, he couldn't invest it all. And so he had to just literally spend it on random bullshit. And it's like, I don't know, like, you'd have to buy so much shit. I mean, how much is $250 million, dude? That's like, you'd have to buy several mansions and several, like, you'd literally have to buy a neighborhood of mansions to spend that much money. Buy a house, a nice car, and give it to your mom? Well, obviously I do that, but, like, let's say I buy my mom a fucking mansion. I buy her a mansion, and I give her, like, enough money so that she'll never have to pay taxes on that mansion, or never have to work again in her life, and always just have be able to buy whatever she wants. I could give her enough money to do all that shit, and I would still not have scratched the surface of $250 million, dude. That shit is crazy, dude. I mean, $250 million is so insurmountable. Like an expensive house is $30 million. Like, that is unfathomable. Like, that is a mansion, chat. A $30 million house is like a veritable mansion. You could buy like you could buy like 20 of them. The NC movie? I think so. It was something like that. But if it was only $1 million. Oh, if it was $1 million, then I would do stuff differently. Because you can buy... I could spend $1 million. Mookie, what are you doing? I could spend $1 million, chat, pretty easily. Because then you just buy a house. And nowadays, like a middle-class household costs $500,000. So, buy a fucking, like a basic house. And then probably... I would really take the... If I had like $1 million, I think the investment part of it is way more important. Because obviously, if you have $250 million, you'll never spend that money anyway. So it's like, what the fuck is the point of investing it? Oh, I've doubled my investments, my $250 million investments. Now I have $500 million. What are you gonna do with that? You're not, like, I would give it to charity, I guess. Start a non-profit. Fucking give it away. Like, what else can you do? Literally have a fucking... This is what I would... If I had that challenge where I had to get rid of $1 million in, like, a short period of time, I would just start fucking, like... I would have, like, a booth where I would just hand out wads of hundreds, be like, you get 1,000, you get 1,000. You can get rid of $1 million pretty quick, just giving it away. You talking about the Richard Pryor movie where he has to spend $30 million? I think so. I don't think I've seen the movie, but I've heard of it. Show us Astra for $30 million. So I would bank a lot of it and just live off of the interest. That's what I would do mostly. But like $1 million is not unreasonable to spend in your lifetime. You can get $1 million, you can win $1 million and then still have to work again in your life, right? Like if I want $1 million, there is a way where you never have to work again in your life, but you have to be smarter about it. You can't just, like, say, fuck it. Like, if you have $250 million, you can be, like, awful. You can buy, like, tons of shit unnecessary. You can just throw money away, and you will probably not get through $250 million. You will probably not spend all of it. Like, as an individual, buying, like... food and cars and houses and whatever the fuck, spending $250 million, I think would be legitimately hard, and you would not, like, at that point, like, there's no point in investing that money, because you'll never have to work again anyway. But, like, if you only have $1 million, that's much different, because for $1 million, obviously, if I had $1 million, I would take some of it, buy a house, take, like, 30-40% of it, put it in the stock market, and then take the rest of it. And then, like, I'd probably take 10% of it and live off of that 10%. And then I would take 40% of it and buy a house with it. And then I'd take the other 40%. And then I would have that be, like, my investment. And then I would take the other 10% remaining. And I would probably, like, put it in an emergency fund or some shit like that. You know what I mean? I have 64k bussy coins. Also, why there still isn't a custom image for it, I don't know. $1 million is enough to live off on interest, but only at an income of $65,000 to $70,000 a year, which is middle class. Dude, I would fucking do that. You kidding me? I would do that so fucking quickly, man. If I did get $1 million, that would be my main plan, is to invest it. I would trade $1 million for a free $65,000 to $70,000 a year. Are you kidding me? I have thought about this a lot, and I know what I would do with most of it. Spending $250 million is easy. I support 4 space launches and a series of satellite launches plus development. I don't think they let you just launch a rocket like SpaceX. I don't think you can. If you have $250, I'm pretty sure the process of spending it in that way takes longer than you might think. Because they're not just... NASA's not going to let you use their fucking rocket just because you got money. You have to, like, sign a bunch of shit and... Is $270 million enough to start a small CRT manufacturing plant? That is what I would do. I would make modern CRTs, dude. I've thought about this before, chat. Could you imagine how successful, like, a modern CRT business would be? Like, what if you made CRTs that were specifically built to be, like, high-end monitors that are, like 16 by 9 normal monitors, but are, like, hyper 4K? Because you can get, like, I'm pretty sure, like, the best looking display you can get is, like, a 4K CRT monitor with, like, some bullshit. Like, you can't, like, that is the ultimate peak. So I feel like there's enough of a demand for CRTs that you could get away with making a new CRT company. 270 million would be enough to make one McDonald's or Taco Bell. If making CRT monitors was profitable, Samsung would already be doing it. No, because you'd have to make it like, you'd have to make the CRTs like kind of high, like luxurious items, right? They'd have to be like for the guys who really want like the peak of like monitor technology. This isn't for people who want a light monitor that they're gonna move. This is for the guy who has the computer den and he hasn't moved his monitors in 20 years anyway. Like, this is for that guy. And this is, like, ideally, if you could charge, like, $2,000 for a CRT monitor, I think that people would pay that if you had the right CRT. I mean, imagine a 16 by 9 4K, like, CRT monitor. That would be, like, for $2,000. I think maybe even less than that. You can maybe sell it for less than that. It just depends. Because you'd have to... The tricky part would be... And the expensive part would be building the machinery to actually make the monitors. Because that's really where the money comes in. Because making the TV... The raw ingredients to go into TV aren't that expensive. It's just like the actual thing that makes this TV is really hard. We're on the brink of a revolution in CRT tech, but the LCDs killed it. I know. It's fucking so terrible. And LCDs are shitty. Like, they're legit worse than CRTs. Like, CRTs still, like, if you want the absolute best, like, monitor experience, the best option is still a CRT. It's just, you're gonna end up spending, like, $2,000 on it anyway to buy, like, a good CRT. But it's, like, a 4K CRT is, like, way better. Like, I'm pretty sure the best, like, computer monitor experience is a 4K 16 by 9 CRT, right? Vacuum tubes would be so hard to make. Yeah, you'd have to build a whole new, like, machine that makes them. There's not many people who want CRTs anymore. They're heavy and bulky. Well, there's a lot of people who do want CRTs, because you gotta remember, CRTs are, like, nostalgia bait. And a ton of people who are in Gen Z and are millennials, like a bunch of millennials and Gen Z really like CRTs. There's a market for them. You look on Facebook Marketplace and you'll see a 20-year-old like piece of shit TV that's like a Toshiba for like $200. Like, people are charging money for them and people are taking them because they're good. Like, CRTs are fucking awesome, dude. LCDs suck. They legit suck, and CRTs are so cool. And so people like them. People still prefer them. They're still, like, better than a lot of other options. Watching Astra in 240p CRT right now, as God intended. If I hit the lottery, I would build a flying DeLorean time machine. Remember when I was in middle school, I had a gangster-ass 50-inch CRT. It was fucking huge. 50 inches, dude? That seems ridiculous. Are you sure it wasn't one of those, like, projection CRTs? Because, like... 50 inches seems huge. I remember, not like last year sometime, like that guy found like the holy grail of CRTs, and like that guy found like the biggest CRT ever made in Japan and somehow got it shipped back to the US, and so now he just has it, and it was like a whole like the whole like CRT community at large was like clapped. We were just like, yes, this is cool, we like this. As someone who used to have to lug around CRT around, I would hard disagree. But Shoto, I don't think you're the target demographic. Like, I would want that. Because first of all, it wouldn't be as big or heavy as like an old 20-inch TV. It wouldn't be 20 inches probably. It would be like the size of a normal computer monitor. But you'd also not move it. Like, I don't move my monitor. Like, how often do I pick up and move my monitor? My monitor doesn't need to be lightweight because I don't move it. I don't fucking... Like, if I'm moving somewhere, that's fine. But I already have, like, 3 other CRTs that I have to move anyway. So it's like, I don't know. That video was fucking awesome. He spent a fortune on it. I don't care, man. That's some historical shit. I have mad respect for that guy. That's like CRT is like legendary, and it was like about to get like thrown out. The one I had was 15-inch, and it was fucking heavy. I was working on IT from 1980s. I had one of them gaming monitors right up to the late 1990s. Biggest one I had was 26-inch, sold to a mate for 50 years. He used to make a retro games cabinet. Fuck, dude. 50 euros? Dude, like, my CRT is nice. I have a CRT right here, chat, on my second monitor. I usually keep chat on it. I've been kind of worried about it, though. It is kind of old, and the colors are pretty faded on it, and I'm worried that one day it's just not going to turn on, and I'm kind of upset. I'd be upset about that. I've been trying to, like, not turn it on and off so much so that the flyback transformer doesn't get fucked up, but I don't know, chat. It's rough. I want to buy, like, I want at least a couple other CRT monitors just so I have a couple backups. You know what I mean, chat? We'll see if there are any CRT monitors close to me on Craigslist or on Facebook. Let's see. CRT monitor. There's a PVM. Dude, PVMs are so expensive. They're all so expensive, dude. Why are all PVMs just like so fucking crazy expensive? They're all like so absurdly expensive, chat. It's unbelievable. Like, look at this shit. Look at the state of the CRT market, dude. If you want to buy a 20-year-old HP monitor that's an LCD, it's 25 bucks. Chump change. No one wants these fucking things. But then you go to a fucking, like, computer monitor that's, like, 10 years older, and it's literally like, oh my god, look at this fucking thing. It's literally, like, 10 years older, and it's twice the price. On sale. Like, my god. I could also have the Diva-themed Ninja 400. But look at this thing. This thing's actually sick. I wish I could have this thing. This one's so nice. The fucking PVMs are so expensive, though. Oh, this one's actually really cool. That one's really old. Like something like this is what I want, chat. This is something like this. It's $165 fucking dollars. Like, this thing was made fucking when? Like, forever ago. This thing is, like, older than I am. And it's $165 fucking dollars for this shit, bro. Like, I'm telling you, if there was somebody making these things, like, new, they would fucking do well. If you had a new CRT company where you could sell, like, a brand new CRT for $100 and make it, like, better than the originals, like, the only... Oh, dude, you can make so much money, I feel like, if you just had, like, a CRT monitor plant. Like, if you just happen to have, like, the tooling and the tool, like, the whatchamacallit, if you could find, like, the actual, like, machines used to make these monitors, and you could, like, buy an old CRT monitor factory, and you started making these fucking things brand new, I guarantee you'd sell them. Because this fucker's, like, 20 years old, and he's selling it for $165, dude. It's, like, how much... Okay, wait a minute. How much was the... Okay, thank you. New. The chopper looked decent for 500. I don't even know why I've been on a Kasane Tato kick. I don't even know why. I don't like Vocaloids that much. I'm not like a Vocaloid fan, but for some reason this fake Vocaloid is like, I like that. 305. Honestly. I mean, that chopper's nice, but it looks like a 125cc. It's tiny. Tiny little thing. Looks pretty cool, though. I need a body kit like that, chat. I need a body kit. Oh, it's automatic? Ew. The Compact F was sold new for about $115 towards the end of its real life, about 2005 to 2006. So 10 years ago, chat. Think about this shit. Think about this shit. 10 years ago, not even, like 20 years ago, 2 decades ago, you could buy this monitor for $116, and 20 years later, he's selling it for $50 more than what it was new. Imagine you bought this monitor in 2006 for $115, and you could just, and someone told you, yeah, if you just leave that in the box, you could easily double your money off of it in 2 decades. Like, oh my god, dude. What is $115 accounted for inflation since 2006? So it's basically it's $200, dude. You literally fucking dude. $200, bro. Fuck. That'd be about $190. So it's basically selling this for a brand new price. I mean, it's a little bit less than that, but this is basically he's selling this for like basically a brand new price, and it's 20 years old, dude. It's so crazy. That's 900. Not sure if it's worth that much. What's the inflation on the 116? Apparently $200, chat. It's basically $200 monitor that he's selling for a $200 new monitor that he's selling for $160 20 years later. A loss of 25 bucks. Okay, it is a little bit of a loss, but still, like 25 bucks. A loss of 25 bucks for a CRT monitor that you bought in 2006. I'm telling you, there's a market for this shit. That's all I'm saying, chat, is if you had the tooling to make modern CRT monitors, you could make bank. That's all I'm saying. Astra's doing girl math. I said these, yeah. You reminded me, I hate myself for doing Sears, for the Sears and my stuff closed. They were doing closing sale and sold everything, even, old back stock, and they had an unopened Sony CRT VHS DVD combo, and I didn't get it. It was like $15 and you didn't get it, bro? $15? Yeah. God damn, it was $15 and you didn't buy it? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's tragedy. If you're able to leave your house, you might be able to find one at a yard sale or a flea market. Maybe, but they still, you'd be surprised, chat, they're expensive. They are expensive, dude. CRTs are not cheap these days. There's a demand for them. There's enough retro gamers out there that have a demand for CRTs that it's, like, ridiculous. In a retirement home community, there's probably one CRT put up by the trash every week. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen any. I don't think you can put shit out on the curbs where I live, but I haven't seen any CRTs. I picked up 2 CRTs off the curb the last place I lived, but I haven't picked up any of that since then. And both of those don't work, so. I have a really cool CRT that I want to get working. I just don't know how to fix it. It's got a problem. I think I could fix it potentially. I just have to figure out what's wrong with it. I've replaced like several capacitors to try to figure out what the problem was. I've replaced a chip like a couple times. I need like somebody who is knowledgeable about like mid 2000s like Sonys to help me fix this fucking CRT so I can know what to do. But if I fixed it, man, that shit would be nice. I'd have it set right there. Oh, it'd be so good. Needs to be thrown away. Fuck you, dude. It's fine. It's a perfectly good CRT. I would not throw that thing away. I just need to find someone who can help me fucking work on it. Good luck throwing one of those on the back of the bike. Yeah. Fucking... I'm driving my fucking, like, Honda fucking CM400 with a goddamn CRT strapped to the back of it. Need to find someone to lift it into the trash? Dude, you're fucking with me. Stop fucking with me here, man. Stop. Stop fucking with me. Stop doing it to me. Mom's trying an Astra excursion to yard sales and flea markets in search of CRTs would make great YouTube content. What moved you? What moved you? Do not doubt duct tape. It's just like a 50-pound, like 75-pound CRT hanging off the back of my fucking motorcycle. The duct tape gives away on like the highway and it just starts barreling down the fucking highway. You know, at that point it's fucked anyway, so you just keep driving and you're just like, you know what? I don't know what happened. That wasn't my fault. Some guy just like gets his fucking car caved in by a CRT rolling down the fucking highway. Wasn't me. Chat. Chat. I just want a car. That's really what I want. I just want a Mustang. I just want that white Mustang. If only I could get that white Mustang. I mean, I don't care if it's... I mean, white would be better because of the sun, but it doesn't even have to be white. I'll take any color Mustang. All I require is that it has a manual transmission. That's all I want, chat. That's all I want. Throwing out bait, but Astra fish aren't biting tonight. No, I'm not. I know they're throwing out bait, but listen, dude, you gotta change up the bait. It's like fishing. If you use the same lure every time, they're gonna catch on. This is bait. That's bait. It's like that one scene from Mad Max. That's bait. Yeah, I watched like a Mad Max thing not that long ago, but it feels like a fever dream because I don't remember what it was, or if it was a movie, or if it was a TV show. I know it was real and it existed and I watched it, but it was like the plot is like so like I remember the entire plot in my head, but yet I don't remember if it was real or not. I think it was I think it was a TV show. I'm not sure. I don't know why I can't remember what it was called or what it was. Oh, no, it was Furiosa. That's what it was. It was that one about, like, the girl who got kidnapped. And then, like, she got yoinked. Right. No, I'm getting it. Now I remember. I think it was a Furiosa. That was the one. I just, for some reason, that like, became, like, a fever dream in my head for a moment. Was it any good? I thought it was good, and like, I'm thinking about the story in my head, just thinking about it, and it was pretty good. But it's a little bit like sad because it's like about this like little girl who gets kidnapped from her family and then gets basically forced into like has to live in a cage for like ever while they're just in this wasteland. It's pretty good. It's a little sad. It's a little bit like, fuck, dude, it's just, you know, it's one of those things that makes you remind, like, oh yeah, if the apocalypse did ever happen, it would be fucked up. I'm holding back for Mel Gibson's return. Amount of CGI in Furiosa was disappointing. I don't remember that much CGI, but I don't even remember if it was a TV show or a movie, so I guess I'm not the best person to ask about it. Did it have a happy ending? I don't even remember. I don't know if I finished it. I just remember, like, the whole plot, like, you know what, how you'll remember, like, you know how, if you watch, like, a movie and enough time goes by, you just kind of forget what happened so you can rewatch it? I haven't seen this in forever, but yeah, for some reason the plot points are just, like, right there in my head, like, oh yeah, I remember exactly how this goes. Yet I don't remember the ending, and I don't remember if it was a TV show, chat. That's weird. Odd that I remember so much about it, like so much specific stuff about it, but I don't remember. I don't know, chat, it's weird. Wasn't that the bad one? I don't fucking know. It might have been bad. Maybe we turned it off because it was bad. I don't remember. I don't even remember if I liked it or not. Astra forgetting movies that came out just 2 years ago. The end of the movie is everything to me. Ooh, $450 tube repair kit. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I don't need some of this stuff. I have a tube tester. That's fine. I don't need a tube tester. This comes with at least one tube tester. That's kind of cool. And it comes with 2 of them, actually. It comes with 3 of them, actually. 17AX3. 6AG7. 6V6. That's kind of a nice tube. Problem with a lot of these tubes, it's like, what are you ever gonna do with a 13EM7? Like, there's nothing that uses 13EM7s anymore. Like, this is basically nothing. Go back. There's 12AV7. That's a decent tube. There's a 7AU7. That's kind of nice. There's a 12A. There's several 12AV7s. There's a couple more 12AV7s. That's not exactly like a 12AX7, but it's similar. Really, chat, my autism obsession is about mercury-filled vacuum tubes, which are incredibly dangerous. You really shouldn't, I shouldn't be allowed to have mercury-filled vacuum tubes, but that's what I really like, chat. What was it like? Hold on. 866A tube. I think this is it, right? Yeah. Yeah, chat, this is it right here. Fuck, dude. I don't actually know if this one has mercury in it. Guess it's gonna load. I don't know if this one has mercury in it. I have some of these tubes that have mercury in them. And they're still in Iowa in my storage unit, and I don't know if they should be there. Yeah, see these, chat? These have mercury in them, and they're really cool. They're only $20, dude. Maybe I should buy these. They're pretty cool. I mean, I won't, because I don't have a use for them. But these are like my, in terms of vacuum tubes, chat, these are my shit. I love mercury-filled vacuum tubes. They are the coolest. If you don't know, they glow. Like, when you actually, like, look at a mercury-filled vacuum tube when it's being used, it's sick. I know I messed up belt and mercury. Leave me alone. Okay, chat, it glows. It glows, chat. It glows. It glows in the dark, chat. It makes my autism go, ooh. It was kind of a flop, wasn't it? What, the movie? I have no idea. I do not remember. It might have been bad. I don't think I finished it, to be honest. I don't think I finished it. Isn't it kind of crazy that, like, it must not have been a good movie for me to not remember if I liked it or if it was even a movie. Like, the fact that I forgot if it was even a movie or a TV show makes me think it was probably not that good. It's probably not great. Couldn't compare to Fury Road. Fury Road was pretty good. That was a good movie. I like that one. The tick looks so much cooler on full than modern stuff. Oh yeah. Look at this cat right here. Look how neat she's just snuggled in there. The only problem is that she usually takes up like a good 20% of my seat. So I get kind of squished to one side of the seat, and I kind of have to just deal with it because I got a cat here. Hello, Moogie. Aw. Also, I have to say the chair does not smell anymore, which is good. I think the detergent was a good move there. Cleaning that up with some detergent, I think, was the right move. The star takes so much room she wants. She's such a demanding star co-host. She demands food before and after the show. Little diva, isn't she, huh? Thank you, Tracy, for the 500 bits. What happened to your chair? Moogie threw up on it. Did you see the full moon last night? I did not. She puked all over the chair yesterday, and or I guess it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before yesterday, but yeah, she threw up all over the chair, but we cleaned it up. We cleaned it up. Yeah, you'd never know. Except for the clip someone made of it, because someone clipped it. Poor Moogie. It's like, that's the thing about cats, is if you like, they're so finicky, like sometimes they'll eat too quickly and they'll throw up because they eat too quickly, and sometimes they'll throw up just because you fed them like a hair too much food and then just like bleh. And it's like, okay, do you get your kitties anything for hairballs? They don't really have a lot of hairballs. They haven't like, they've had hairballs, but they don't have that much hairballs. Like, it's not really like a common thing for them. Moogie throws up every once in a while because she either, again, A, eats way too fast or eats too much, and then she throws. Usually she's pretty good about pacing herself and not doing that. But sometimes when she's really hungry, she'll just fucking eat way too quickly, and then it's like she'll just throw up. Yeah, they haven't really had any, like, they haven't had an issue with hairballs. I know some cats have, like, a lot of issues with hairballs, and you have to, like, feed them pumpkin or something with their food, but my cats have never really had that problem. Like, I'm pretty sure what happened last time is that she ate, I think she just ate too much. I think, because usually I try to give her, like, a half a can of cat food every time I feed her. So I typically feed her, like, twice a day, and I usually give her half a can of cat food per feeding. So if I accidentally give her too much, or if I give her too little the first half the can, then the second half of the can is too much. I always try to do it 50-50, but sometimes it's hard to eyeball it. And you give her like a smidge too little food in the morning, so that by the nighttime she's like more hungry, and then she has more food at nighttime, so then she eats too much too quickly. It's a recipe for disaster, chat. I would try to get it, like, really consistent with the portions I give her. Moogie's in charge, don't forget it. Do you have any... Oh, yeah. We're in a safe environment. Do you have any issues with hairballs? Do I have any issues with hairballs? No, I've never had a hairball. You give them dry food also? So, I give Puck dry food and I give Moogie wet food. And there's a specific reason why I do that. Moogie, I prefer giving my cats wet food because I feel like it's healthier for them. I feel like it's better for their teeth. It's better for their digestive system. I think a lot of dry food tends to not be great for cats. So especially the cheaper shit. It's easy because you can just free feed them and then they just eat when they want, and you don't have to worry about feeding them. The problem is Moogie will eat anything. So if I give her like a whole thing of dry food and I just leave it out for her, she will consume all of it. But the reason why I don't give Moogie dry food is not because she can't have it. It's because Puck cannot have her dry food. So Puck will eat any dry food. Puck only eats dry food. I don't know why. There's one type of wet food that Puck will eat, and it has carrageenan in it. So I try not to give it to her because it's got like shit that's bad for cats in it. But it's the one thing that she will eat from like in terms of wet food. The only wet food she'll eat. Otherwise, she only eats dry food. And nowadays, she's on a specific, like, prescription food, so I can't let Moogie eat her food, because Puck's food is prescription, And so it's like expensive too. So I have to like get her prescription dry food because again she does not eat wet food. It's not her specific wet food. That's not prescription. So she has to eat because she only eats dry food. She has to eat the specific prescription dry food that I give her. But Moogie would eat it if she could get access to it. So I have to keep Puck's food like up on the table so that Moogie can't get it. And then, since Puck only eats one type of wet food, she doesn't eat Moogie's food. So it works out, because I give Moogie wet food, Puck won't eat it, because it's not her wet food that she likes. And because Puck's food is out of reach of Moogie, Moogie can't get to it. So it actually works out pretty well. But basically, I feed Puck dry food, prescription dry food, and I feed Moogie canned cat food. Carrageenan? That doesn't sound healthy. It's carrageenan. It's like a carcinogen, I think, for cats. I don't know why it's in there. It's in a lot of cat food, so if you have cat food, check it for carrageenan, and don't give it to your cats if it's got it. I'm very particular about what I feed my cats. I don't like to feed my cats bad things. See, there's a lot of, like, health issues that cats have that stem from their diet. So I always try to find food that's, like, relatively decent for them. And at least in terms of Puck, I just have prescription food that I feed her. So I hope I don't know how good it is for her, but it's not gonna give her, like, bladder crystals. And that's all I really care about. Because last time that happened, that was really scary, and I don't like that. And I did not enjoy that. And I don't think Puck did either, so. Last time was the political discussion. What? These boots are kind of cozy, but they're a little warm. I wonder if I should take them to Burning Man, chat. Do you think I should take the boots? I can criticize Astra's political takes, but I cannot criticize how she takes good care of Moogie. That's fair. That's fair. Does Astra have bladder crystals? No. I hope not. That would be great. It's just a cat thing. I think it's like in her kidneys or something. It was like her kidneys were producing these crystals because of the food that she was eating or something like that. And because of that, I had to start giving her prescription food, and she hasn't had any problems since then. But she was like peeing blood for a while, and I was really scared, and it was like a big deal, and I had to take her to the vet and everything, and it was like super expensive. Dude, there was a huge web in my garage the other day, like a huge web. I think there's a big ass spider in my garage, chat. I think he's out there. I think he's huge. I think there's potentially a huge ass spider in my garage. I don't know where. I haven't seen him, but like every once in a while, I'll like wake up and I'll go outside to my bike, and my like whole garage is full of fucking web. And it's not even like a condensed web. It's like one web that reaches from like one side of the garage down to the handlebars of one of my motorcycles, and that goes to the other motorcycle, and then that goes to another part of the garage. It's just like a like single strands of web that create a huge network, and he puts it up like in a night. Like like I'll park my bike that night, and then by the next morning it'll have been used up on the spider highway. I don't even fucking know. I don't know what kind of spider it is. It could be an orb weaver, dude. Golden orb weaver spider. It could be legit that. And those guys are huge. They're like this big. So if I see that motherfucker, it's gonna scare the shit out of me. Luckily, I'm not arachnophobic, so I don't really care. And golden orb weavers are pretty chill. Like, they're not gonna hurt me or my cat. That's all I really care about is my cats. Because the only problem I'd have is if it was gonna pose like a danger to my cat, but I don't think he does. But dude, they are fucking huge. Isn't web pretty or messy? It's hard to notice. Like it's not like a condensed. You know how like a corner, like a typical house spider will make a web in a corner. It's not like that. It's legit like single strands of web like strewn about the garage, and it's like Spider-Man was fucking in there. And it's crazy because like apparently the way they build them, I was doing like research on this, is kind of like, you know, in my head I'm thinking he must jump from place to place carrying this web with him. But spiders don't jump, or at least this kind of spider doesn't jump. So they have to like crawl all the way down to the ground, go down on the ground, crawl all the way up, and then tighten the line. It's kind of funny. I don't know. Is web pretty or messy? Yeah, again, you wouldn't even notice it if you weren't paying attention. Banana spiders are pretty big too, big webs too, but they're in the woods, not houses. Well, I live next to some woods, and I also live next to a fairly big body of water. So I imagine, and I've seen webs that look similar out by the water. Like there's a dock, and I like have gone out there before, and there is like a huge spider that looks similar. Because every once in a while there are these little puff balls on the web. And I'm pretty sure those are eggs, which is kind of creepy. But that same web design was out on this dock, and it was a huge web that like splayed like over like 12 feet, and it was a huge web. But I'm pretty sure that's a golden orb weaver spider, and those fuckers are huge. So I'm sort of mentally preparing myself to walk out there one day and just see this big ass fucking spider. Again, good thing I'm not arachnophobic, because I don't actually like mind spiders. It's just that I probably will get a little bit spooked. If Astra goes missing one day, we'll know the spider ate her. I'm just paranoid when it comes to spiders, because my brother had a cat a long time ago that got bitten by like a brown recluse or something, and he ended up dying. And so every time like I see a spider or a web, I'm always like cautious of that. I don't think a golden orb weaver is venomous to cats, so I don't think they're gonna fuck with the cats, especially since he's outside and he probably doesn't want to come inside, because those kind of spiders eat like flies and shit, and like mosquitoes and shit. So they're probably not gonna come and like into my house where there's no food for him. I don't mind spiders until they touch me. You're gonna call me crazy, and this is some crazy shit, right? This is some crazy shit that I used to do, chat. This is like how you know I'm like a little bit off. Is because when I was younger, in the yellow house, remember, chat, there's the yellow house? There was like a bathroom attached to that room that had a bathtub in it, and that's where that was like my bathroom back when I used to live in Iowa, and I used to use that shower all the time. And before because we were in a basement in Iowa, there were always these little fucking spiders in there. And like every once in a while, I'd see this little tiny, like, it must have been like that big, spider just hanging out in the bathtub. You know what I mean? And then most people in that situation will just turn on the water and flush them down the drain. But chat, I'm so fucking like autistic that I would pick up the spider, like I would put my hand down and let the spider crawl on my hand, and I would set him like on the like the dryer or some bullshit. I would pick him up out of the bathtub before I turned the water on. I was like, you know, little spider bro, you're pretty cool. I don't wanna kill the little spider bro. So I saved the spider, chat. That's your spider kink? I don't know how you have the spider kink. I definitely don't have the spider kink, but I don't mind spiders, especially some spiders. Certain spiders can be cute. Certain spiders can be cute. Certain spiders not so much, but certain spiders can be cute. The one you really need is to hope it's not a Black Widow. I don't think it's a Black Widow. Astra starring in Madam Web sequel. Spiders spinning webs while tripping on LSD. I love that video. The crack spider made the cocaine spider its bitch. That's just funny as fuck. Only daddy longlegs and cellar spiders are allowed in my house. Anything else is getting the squish. Because I have cats nowadays, if I do see a spider inside my house, I do try to kill it, typically. I used to save spiders in the bathtub, but now I specifically don't because I have my cats. If an inkling that a spider might bite my cat and is somewhat poisonous, I'm going to kill it. Because it's like, if I'm not willing to put my cats at risk, man. I don't want to do it. If there's a spider in my house and they could bite my cat, then that spider is forfeited its right to live. That's why I don't care about the spider in the garage. Because if the spider's in the garage, I don't mind it. Because, you know, it's outside. And as long as it stays outside and doesn't come inside to where my cats are, then I'm okay. Too many black widows in Florida? Are there a lot of black widows in Florida? What does a black widow web look like? Oh. No, that's not the same. That's not the same style of web. Because, they have, like, there's different types of webs. Like, there's orb weaver webs, right? But then there's also, there's, like a black widow has a different style of web. I'm back from IHOP, welcome back. Trying to find like a good picture that would like describe this, but I'm not trying to show a spider on stream because I know people don't want to see that. But I can't find a good example of what I'm talking about. I don't think it's a I don't think it's a black widow. I don't think it is. I did see like a tiny red spider that was on the web. But I think he was a baby, because he was super tiny, and he was just, like, orange. But he wasn't black, and he didn't have any, like, red on him. He was just a little orange speck that was, like, the size of a grain of sand. So I think he was just a little baby. Like, he was just a little bit of a baby. Black widow web is always hidden underneath something. Then it definitely wasn't a black widow web. Do you think that if I have an orb weaver in my garage that he would fight a black widow? Do you think that do they get like territorial with other spiders? Like if I have a fucking giant ass orb weaver in my garage, is he gonna fight and fuck up like a black widow? Should I like take care of my orb weaver friend so that he keeps all the actual dangerous spiders at bay? Do orb weavers eat, like, bugs, like cockroaches? Should I just, like, put a whole, like, colony of orb weavers around my house to prevent them from getting in? It's gonna be, like, I'm gonna invite someone over to my house and it's, like, going into Shelob's den. Yeah, just, cut away all the webs here. Don't worry about that. It's just my anti-cockroach, thing. Girl in my elementary school had a bad reaction to a brown recluse bite and had some horrible black sore on her arm. Damn. Orb weavers and black widows exist in different niches. Damn. It's almost likely not one of those until they are usually in the woods. Well, what was... Okay, then what could it have been? If it wasn't an orb weaver, what was it? Because it wasn't like a normal web. Like, it was, like, legit... like, one strand of web going from, like, my palm tree, my fake palm tree that I have in my garage. It's going from, like, that to the ceiling to the fake palm tree, like 8 feet to my motorcycle, and then another like 6 feet to my other motorcycle, and these are just like a single strand of web going between each of these places. What spider does that? What even like would do that? Orb weavers eat fucking animals like lizards and smaller snakes. Lol. There are a lot of lizards in my garage, so that would make sense. There is like a fair amount. I was out there the other day and I was just chilling with a lizard. It's a good thing, you know, chat, if you were afraid of lizards and or spiders, Florida's probably not the greatest. Some of them make huge webs, even small ones do. That's the infrastructure spider. It's laying lines for future high-speed rail. But what actual spider could it have been, though? Like, it was such a crazy, like, huge web, but it wasn't like a network. It wasn't like, it wasn't even like the normal type of web that's like in a circle. Like, it was just like this, it wasn't even like a scaffold of web. It was just like single web lines going from like the fucking one bike to the other, to the ceiling, to the door. It was weird. It's likely just a house spider. Does a house spider do that? Does a house spider fucking like make that big of a web, man? It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. I don't know, man. I'll just keep my eye out. Keep my eye out for him. I do kind of like spiders. They're kind of cute. A little bit. I don't think I'd ever keep a spider as a pet, but when I see them, especially outside, I'm like, what's up, my man? What's up, my man? I feel like when a spider, like, sees me, it knows. It knows that I know ball, and it's like, I feel like when the spider can sense that I'm cool. They obviously can't, but like I can pretend they do. We get them in our pool enclosures. Some span 20 or feet from end to end. Yeah, dude, that's so crazy. 20 feet? Spider kink is why Astra, I can never get married. What do you mean a spider kink? Who has a what even is a spider kink? What the fuck is that? And first of all, why are you assuming that everything I talk about is a kink? That's you. That's on you, man. You brought this conversation to that point. This is not me. You made it sexual, okay? I did not say anything sexual about the spider until you said it. What even is a spider kink? Dude, that is weird. How big is the spider? I don't know. I don't even know what spider it is. It's a romantic kink, not sexual? What do you mean a romantic kink? First of all, a kink is sexual by nature. That's what a kink is. I don't know what a romantic kink is, but a kink is a kink, all right? And that's sexual, all right? But I don't know who's out here, like, fucking over, like, sees a spider and it's just like, that's one damn sexy spider. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? She was in love with a spider she met as a child. What? You guys are crazy, dude. You guys are crazy. You're making shit up over here. I don't think there's anybody who has a spider kink, like legit. Like a legitimate spider kink. Who has a is that a thing? Not a hose kink. A furry spider? No, that's different, dude. That's different. I don't spiders are, that's different. Having a kink for a spider would be different, bro. There's someone with a kink for everything? Yeah, but I mean, like, generally speaking, like, foot fetish is a normal kink. Normal people like feet. Like, that is not an abnormal kink, right? It's not, like, weird. It's not, like, a decent percentage of the population have a foot fetish, right? But, like, spiders, that's crazy, bro. I can't do that. If I'm on a date with somebody and they're like, yeah, I have a spider kink, I'm like, really? That's great. Well, it was great talking to you. I'm gonna go home. No, I don't think we should meet again. You know, it's just, it's just like, oh, it's just, yeah, okay, bye. Tevy, do you have an extra 3,000 laying around for Usher to buy a car? I'll give you the answer, no. The answer is no, Derek. No one's gonna buy me a car. No one's gonna buy me a car. Someone mentioned feet? Yeah, there you go. Here's your feet. I would buy Astra a Chinese EV. I would take an EV if it was free. If it was free. Astra would be so hot with 4 more limbs. We need to bare feet shit for your wiki feet entry. I think I had like my bare feet out like a couple of streams ago. You guys didn't take a snap? You guys didn't take a snap? But you guys had the opportunity? Is wiki feet real? Is that a real website that actually exists? That's crazy, man. Is wiki feet real? Moogie, what do you think about that, huh, Moogie? Chat, I have to, like, go to the store, and I, like, don't want to spend money on food, but, like, I have, like, no food here, so, like, I have to go to the store. I don't know. I was thinking maybe about getting Little Caesars, chat. I was, like, having a hankering for Little Caesars, but I don't know. I don't even know, chat. Shoplift? It's like, I'm gonna have to go and spend, like, $40, $50 at the grocery store, man. Grocery store is... shopping for food is so overrated, man. It's so fucking overrated. I buy Astra a Wuling Hongan Mini EV. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Only feeds her cat healthy food, buys Goy slot for herself. Well, that's just only fair, right? It's only fair. But, like, I don't know, man. I want to try making burritos again, but it's like, in order to do that, I have to buy so much shit. I have to buy so much shit. Dude, I hate eating. Eating sucks so much, man. I fucking hate it. I wish there was, like, a pill I could take instead of eating. I would just stop eating, because, like, eating sucks, man. It just sucks. I'm debating if I want to cook or go get food. It's like, I need Mountain Dew, I need, like, I'm out of, like, all of my ingredients. I have no eggs, I have no ramen, I have no fucking anything. I gotta go to the store, god damn it. I don't want to go to Walmart, Chad. I don't want to go to Walmart. What do you think about that, Moogie? I don't want to go to Walmart. Do you want to go to Walmart in my stead, Moogie? Get my grocery shopping done for me, huh? Goy slop. I like how that's become like a normal term that people use nowadays. I feel like saying the word goy slop 5 years ago would have gotten you in hot water. The Venture Brothers version of Spider-Man and his web spinners on his butt. Oh yeah. Let me swing on the building. Let me attach a rope to that building over there. It's a weird term to see used normally. I mean, it's a very apt description. How did he do that again? What? How would that work if you don't fart? Well, it's skill. I mean, if you're doing that, you're not, you know, you don't have, it's about, you know, the control of the sphincter. You don't want to let any gas out because that releases the pressure. You got to use all that pressure to get the web to get. This conversation is stupid, chat. What are we talking about? How would you shoot a web out of your ass? Yeah, I'm the femboy Spider-Man. I got the Spider-Man abilities, except I can't shoot them out of my, like, wrists. It always comes out of my butt. So I just have to be like... I just have to be like, quick! It's Spider-Man! Go! It's Spider-Man boy! They're swinging! Anyway, chat. I gotta go find something to eat, chat. God damn it. Food sucks. I hate food. I hate getting food. Anyway, chat. I've gotta go and find something to eat. The shit web is the worst web. The dip. I am going to go dip. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll be alive again tomorrow. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I will see you guys later.